The president, I have known him. He has very, very good ideas for football. Very, very good ideas for football. But for you to be able to actualize those ideas, you need to first be in the position to do that and continue to be in the position. And the truth of the matter is that sometimes you get in there and the demands on you as the president are so enormous that you might lose track of. It's already from the point of people who are stuck in their old ways. This is the general notion of people in football. Now, to change this notion, it takes a gradual process and to bring people into the light. But before you win somebody over, especially in football, you must probably dine with the person to a certain extent, and that's where somehow we as people who are living football get it wrong, because then you have to be in a position to effect the change. If you are not singing to their tune, they will vote you out. That's the reality.
Wow,
they will vote you out. We are inundated with so much to do. You know, the progress we are making is almost like a drop in the ocean because there's just so much to do. But I agree with you that the pace at which we are developing is not as fast as we should, to be honest with you. I think there's room for improvement. We can do much more than we've done, to be honest with you. But then you need to also appreciate the environment in which you are working. If the realization has not hit everybody, it's going to be even more difficult to arrive at that desired point. We hear it all the time. It's not something that we've actually sat down to really discover, but we hear it all the time. But the point I want to make is that the kind of change we are looking for is not something that we can achieve within the term of a president in Ghana football, even if it's 3 or 4 terms. I think it's a combination of terms.
Okay.
And it will obviously go beyond this president.
Okay.
The kind of transformation that we want in our football. People have to put in the work over a period of time for us to get to that realization, and it will go beyond, even if he's granted 3 terms or 4 terms. I mean, his term will come to an end eventually. The next person coming in must also study, must continue the good works and build upon it, and then the next, and then the next. That's why I can't tell you when we'll get to that realization. I hope it comes faster, but then the obvious fact is that it will go beyond the term of this president, even if it's granted a 3rd term or a 4th term. For me, every term makes a difference.
Okay.
It's very, very important for us, and that's why it's not, for me, I don't look at just a 3rd term or a 4th term for a president. I look at who is coming next. For me, that's the most important thing, because even if we grant this president 4 or 5 terms and he's done, and we don't get the right person in to continue with the good things the gains that we've made, we'll come back to square zero. I think we've done very well. I say we because I want to believe that everybody who is involved in football administration should be part of the administration. One way or the other, we contribute to the administration. And like you said, you always have to contextualize the situation.
That's the point, yes.
If you go by the standards of what we've done, okay, we've won African Cup of Nations 4 times, why are we not winning now? You have to look at this, the environment in which you are in. And I think based on the situational analysis, I think we've done very well. Football could have gone downhill, and for us, we need to give a lot of credit for people who are still investing their time, their money to keep this sport alive. They are, for me, the MVPs of this industry. Because for what has happened to football in recent years, it was easy for everybody to say, okay, let's just shut shop and focus on other things that probably will give us immediate returns. But even though the investment for me has not been to the level that we need to get to, but people are still making that investment effort. I think it's very, very important. That
so you think this administration has done very well?
I think it
on a scale of 1 to 10.
I would say 7.
7.
Yes.
Okay. Give me
the disconnect,
3.
However, is that we are unable, and that's for me, I think, the biggest challenge of the administration. We've been unable to really communicate properly for people to understand. And also, I think we've been a bit bullish about the challenges that we face. We've been very, very hesitant, opening up and talking about them in the open. Should be able to share our failures, our challenges. We should be able to make people understand why certain decisions were taken. We should also admit where we've made mistakes. I think it's very, very important. We must admit that yes, we made this decision. It was for good intent, but it has turned out to be very, very bad. We apologize for it, and going forward, given the opportunity, this is the new course that we are charting. I think these are the elements that have been lacking, and that's why I think it forced the disconnect.
Okay, and so